Welcome back to a 2022 pregame show. I am here with Sydney, our brand new host, Noah. And Noah, as always, how you boys doing today?
Doing
Doing great.
Doing well.
Doing great.
We got ourselves a matchup today, MTCS. We just played Hume Fog to the W. What did we see in that game? I know a couple of you guys were there checking it out.
Well, I just want to say I predicted it. I thought we would win by 10, 15, 20. I thought we dominated pretty much the entire game.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great performance, especially in the first game for Colin.
Yeah, no, I think a lot changes when he comes into the offense, a lot more possibilities. I think, other teams are putting their defenders on Colin, the Vassar commit to kind of, and that takes attention away from our high post Clay, from Austin, from our other stronger guards. And I think that plays a big part into what we were able to do on offense. What do you guys think about that?
Well, one thing I can say is that Colin didn't get – well, you see, it was Colin's first game back, so I don't think defenses were necessarily planning around him yet.
Right,
so we don't know. Defenses aren't aware of, Colin coming back and him being our main guy. Obviously, he's the number one option, but him coming back is going to open up, like you said, more options for Clay. It's going to take a lot of pressure off of him, and it's going to open things up for him to get buckets on his own. As we can see, he's very efficient at getting to the rim. He can hit from the mid-range efficiently. He can play great defense, which is what we like to see. But I'm excited to see what Colin can do this game, as I think he'll get a lot more playing time.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, Hume Fog were playing like some bums. And I think, honestly, USN got lucky with that one. I think, this game is going to be a real test against Middle Tennessee. And I don't know. To me, it looked like they struggled a little bit, and I think they got lucky.
No, for sure, and I think USN is untested right now. I don't think we've really played a tough opponent. Yeah. Granted, we lost to Antioch, and I think that's a team we don't lose to last year.
No.
At the end of the season, I think this is a team that has lost some seniors, and they're gathering their losses, they're gathering their resources to make a new team, a new style of team. And that's hard to do all at once. I think this is going to take some time.
That's exactly right. One thing you have to say is this team, we've lost about 4 seniors. 4 of our seniors were starters last year.
Yeah.
With that being said, it is going to take a little bit for this team to click. We are in the midst of, this is almost like a rebuilding year. We've got more underclassmen playing. Coach Jones has to go deep into the rotation, deep into the lineup every game this year, because it's something we didn't see last year. It was almost the same 4 guys and, maybe one guy getting in. But, it's a new team. It's going to take a minute for this team to click. But with that being said, they've been played very well, and I think that today will be more of a test, especially since it's the first district game. But, I think, yeah, you're right. It's going to be more of a test. Hume Fog wasn't that strong of a team. But it's going to take a long time for this team to click, and we don't know what the identity of this team is yet.
And building off of that, I think going into this season, USN kind of needed guys to step up, and they didn't really know who that was going to be. I think as of the last 2 games, we've seen Quinn Powers and Bennett, 2 guys off the bench who didn't even play last year. They're already given key minutes and already increasing their volume and efficiency in the lineup. So,
and that's something that's so exciting about this team is you take out 4 starters. Sure, you're going to lose your style of team. That's going to be a totally different team, but that gives opportunities for new players to come in and show what they got. Right. And that's what we've seen from Khalil this year. He didn't play a lot last year, and he stepped up as one of our starting guys and getting a ton of minutes and handling the ball well. Let's talk a little bit about our guard play in these last few. What's the purpose of our guards? Are they as big as scorers as they were last year, or are they pass first? Are they looking for that high post?
I think that a lot of our guards are more. I think last year they were very much the focal point of our offense, right? But this year they're more facilitators and looking to get the ball to our, dangerous weapons like like a Clay Payne in the high post, or Max Elliott, or Colin on the wing. But I think that they really just have to be more floor generals than players that drive and create shots for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Because, you know, obviously we don't have Josh Gretchen or Adrian Samuels this year. And that's okay. You know, I feel like our guards play their role, and that's what they need to do. I think every guard on this team is very capable of playing heavy minutes, whether it be Austin or Khalil or Brock or Amon or any of those guards. They can all step in and play an effective role in the game. So, I mean, I think all the guards are about, you know, at the same level, but I think experience is what Coach Jones is going with right now, where we're going with Austin as starting point guard most games, and Khalil.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, one thing I will say is there's a lot of depth too. Like guys like Amon, I mean, he doesn't play a lot sometimes, but if Coach Jones needs him, he can do what the other guys do, provide floor general ability and facilitating.
And, you know, I think we're talking about kind of, you know, being a floor general, what that means for this team. And I think, you know, that comes hand in hand with our high post work that we've talked so much about in this preseason. You know, I think defenses will pick up on feeding Clay in the high post, and then they'll put their guys and clog up that area where he's not able to score. That's when you kick it out to Mahoney, to Colin, to shoot the three ball. And I think if we're forcing those threes in the first quarter, guys aren't hot, we're missing. That's when we lose games. I think the time to shoot threes is when we compress the defense, and that's when we expand. And you know, that's going to be the focal point of what Coach Jones is going to try to do. You know, we've been a three shooting team for a while. In my opinion, I think we shoot too many threes sometimes. And when they're falling, great, but when they're not, that's the downfall of the team sometimes. And that brings us into tonight's matchup against MTCS. I think that could be a big factor into how this game goes. I think we're relying a lot on that shot, and if we are not able to hit those shots, I don't see us winning tonight.
I mean, you know, that happened last game. You know, we played Davidson. They lost by, you know, I think it was 3-point loss, but they didn't shoot well. And when you don't shoot well, and when you're a team that lives and dies by the three, and you're not hitting threes, you're gonna lose the game. That's just that's it. And you know, if Mahoney, Donick, and Quinn Powers are hitting from the 3-point line, then I can almost guarantee you that we're gonna win tonight. Yeah. But if they're not, it is a toss-up.
You got to have a more safe backup option, which is points in the paint. Guys like Clay, Max, Bennett, even Harry. I mean, those guys give us points that we can control, those layups, those interior shots.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. And so there's this. We got some news about a guy putting up 30+ points on a game, like a kind of Josh Christian, Adrian Samuels type. Mm-hmm. How are we going to defend that? How are we going to stop that guy on offense, and what's that going to look like in this matchup?
I mean, you know, you see Devin Hill. You know, obviously he's committed to Freed-Hardeman University, and you know he brings a lot to the table. But the thing is, you know, when you're looking at a guard, I think that we've got maybe they have one player on the court that's better than all the players, but we've got four talented starters that are better than the rest of their four. And you cannot completely slow down him. You can't completely shut him down, but what we can do is force him to be uncomfortable. I know that he doesn't like to go baseline. You know, I've seen it. And as long as we stop him from going into the lane and we force him to shoot more, then we're going to get a lot more results in stopping him. But I don't think you can really completely slow him, like a guy like him down. Like, you could never really slow down Josh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in all honesty, I think our guards are very good defensively. I mean, you know, for 3 years, you know, they were guarding guards like Adrian Samuels and Josh Gretchen in practice, you know, and then they're getting better in practice. And I think that, honestly, our guards are very good in defensive matchups, even against very talented, you know, scorers. So I think that that matchup will actually be more favorable to USN, especially since they have a better, more well-rounded team.
Let's get into some picks here, guys. You know, Noah, you've been talking about a win in USN's favor. Is that where you're going to go?
You know, I would love to. You know, I'm very biased. I'm a USN student. But I just see Middle Tennessee edging this one out over USN. I think there's still a lot of questions about USN's stamina down the road, and can they keep up as the game goes into 4 quarters? And I think that there's just not enough depth, especially at the big man positions for USN. I think if a player like Harry Fitzgibbon can really step up and provide a scoring option, down in the paint, and be a defensive presence, then I think that we have a very good shot. But up until this point, I think that there's still a lot of questions about USN's depth and stamina.
Yeah. Noah, what are you taking? Where are you going in this game?
Early on this week, I was kind of leaning towards what Noah Kim just said. But after hearing a couple of players talk about their intensity in practice the last few days, focusing in on this game, I just think the Tigers are going to edge it out. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think we have too many good players, and I actually disagree with Noah's point about depth. I think we do have depth. It just has to show at some point, and I think it'll show tonight. So I got the Tigers in a close game.
All right.
For me, I think this is going to be a very big statement win for the Tigers. I think they're going to beat MTCS pretty bad today. I think it's going to be a blowout. And one reason I think of that is because I think the depth is going to show tonight, and I think that Quinn and Mahoney will be hitting on all cylinders. And I want to see more of what Clay Payne continues to do. Keep doing great things in the paint. And I also think Max Elliott is going to provide a lot of stability for us on offense tonight. So I'm going with the Tigers in a big win.
Okay, I've been thinking about this a lot all week. This is a big matchup for us. This is, like you said, this is going to be kind of a staple of our season. This is a team that I don't think knows itself yet. I think we're getting familiar with this new lineup, with this new style of play. I don't think we beat MTCS now. But before you go crazy, I think that this is a team that we beat later down on the road. I think our guards are Collins just coming back into the mix. We're kind of have a lot of moving parts here. I don't think we beat him without hitting these shots. There's the groundwork for a great team here. I don't see it tonight.
Yeah, I agree, Aiden.
Yeah.
I don't know about these
fair.
two chumps, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
fair to say.
That's a fair point.
That's fair to say.
We'll
but,
see how it plays out tonight.
Yeah. It's going to be a really interesting matchup, guys. We hope to see you out there in Sperling Gymnasium. My name's Aiden. These are the boys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great one.